Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Alrighty, well, hello everyone. I'm just gonna jump right in right away and just say I'm so sorry for the absolute lack of continuity on my channel the last month and a half or so. Life has just been kind of crazy around here, and I feel like it's just gonna be a little bit before we settle back into normal. I had originally planned on getting a video up for you last Friday, my weekly check-in, which is typical. But our schedules were just insane. We had my son's birthday party over the weekend, and that always cuts into just like normal life and scheduling. And then I quite unexpectedly had a job interview yesterday, which is why I did not get my content up for you then either. So we're just gonna kind of roll with the punches here and see kind of if we can get back to normal. But in the meantime, I did get the job, which is nice. I'm not starting for a little bit just because we actually have a vacation coming up. So that's going to interfere with my start date, but it's fine. So I'm excited about that. It's it's in a slightly different industry, but something I'm still excited for, and it's still going to be part-time. And so I'll be able to work the schedule around my family and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, it's just been crazy around here, and it's still going to be a little bit crazy until we come back from vacation. But I'm hopeful that things can kind of go back to normal after that. Anyways, I am here solo again with you today to do a cash stuffing. Mr. Simple is not with us because this is not our usual time frame for filming these, and that's just the way it is right now. But I am going to be stuffing $652 today, so I'm going to go ahead and give this cash account. It's an unusual number for us because, we had my son's birthday party, so that meant we were a little bit over budget in our birthday party category, which I'll tell you how we're going to be fixing actually in my August budget with me. Usually we don't carry a deficit from month to month, but we are carrying a birthday party deficit. But I'm going to show you guys in the August budget with me, which will be coming this week, how we're going to handle that. So let me go ahead and give this cash account. Sorry, that was rambly. And then we will get into the rest of the video. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 54, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 600. Oh boy. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and 652. All right. Well, I hope that your weekend was good. You guys will have to let me know what you got up to. Like I said, we had our son's birthday party over the weekend. We went to a water park for it. This is what he wanted to do this year. And I definitely am we will not be doing that on a regular basis. It's nice to not have the birthday party in the house because I feel like people just don't respect other people's houses. I know that sounds terrible, but I always feel like my house is so messy after I host a birthday party, and I don't enjoy necessarily doing it. I like doing it for my kids, obviously, but it was nice to not have it in the house, but it was also, what is on my finger? It was just pricier than a birthday party at home, and I don't know, but he had a good time, and that's really all that matters. He said that it was his favorite day, his favorite birthday party he's ever had. So I don't know. We'll see how we handle next year, but yeah, it was a good time, but I just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so chaotic because we're actually leaving soon for vacation. And you know how much prep work goes into that, making sure that all your laundry is clean and your house is clean before you go so that you can come home to a nice clean house. And of course, with me, I have my Etsy shop, so I got to make sure that I get all my orders out before we go away on vacation. I don't think, by the way, I'm sorry, this is like turning rambly, but I don't think that I'm going to close my shop down because I think I'll be able to get all of my orders out before I go. And then the timeline that I allow for orders to be placed before I get them out the door will give me the vacation time that I need. So I don't think it will impact it. But if I do decide to close my shop for any amount of time, I will let you guys know on socials and things like that. So anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into this stuffing. First up is our high priority sinking funds. And groceries is up first. And we're stuffing $373 today. So fortunately, because we are going on vacation soon, this will be plenty for us. This is lower than our usual. This is about $100 less than we usually stuff for groceries. But because we're going on vacation soon, I don't need like a full grocery shopping budget anyway, so it all kind of worked out that we went over groceries a little bit this month at a time when I wasn't really going to need like the full grocery amount anyway, so that all worked out. But I'm going to go ahead and get that as stuff there. And then next up, we've got taxes. Taxes is being stuffed $10 today. Let me not grab the placeholders. And now in taxes, we've got 10, 25, 35, 45, and 46 in taxes. Plus, I think like 750 in the bank, if I recall correctly. Medical is up next. It's getting $20 this week. Oh, see, I always grab the placeholders. If you need placeholders, I sell these in my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is always linked below. I make the envelopes, dashboards, placeholders. I have a couple of fun things in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested, savings challenges, it's linked below. Now in medical, we've got, I didn't put that in properly. 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, and 16. So 116 in medical plus the 250 in the bank, which is nice. There we go. Car expenses is up next. It's getting $15 this week. So 10 and 5. Now in car expenses, we've got 100, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 200, and $1. Plus the 250 in the high yield savings. I will say this actually before I move on. One of the things that I have been so pleased about cash stuffing and zero-based budgeting in general and actually being disciplined with it is the fact that over the course of the year and a half that we've been doing this, we've built up sort of like mini buffer or mini emergency funds in some pretty significant categories in our budget, like car expenses and things like that, like medical. So stick with it. Like I know even if you're stuffing small dollar amounts every single week, it really does add up over the course of time. And you really do get to a point where you start to feel really good about the money that you have set aside for certain categories where you really want to make sure that you have money set aside. So stick with it. I promise little bits add up and make a significant impact on your life when you have this money set aside for things that are important, like car expenses. Home maintenance is up next. It's getting $15 this week. This one has been taking a hit lately, so it's nice to be able to stuff it. Now in home maintenance, we've got 10, 25, 26, and 27. Still need more though. Here we go. Household is up next. It's getting $20 this week, and I'm gonna just go ahead and I always do small bills in these because I like to have change for whenever I am spending from this, which is a lot. Household and toiletries get spent from a lot in our house. As you can tell, I just only had like, I don't know how many ones left in here, but I like to do small bills because this is one that gets spent from frequently. So now in household, we've got 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and $27. Toiletries is up next. It's getting $20 this week, and I did the same thing. So a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. And let's see. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, I did that backwards. There we go. Now in toiletries, I've got 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72. We're going to be flipping the script a little bit on toiletries and household in August. Usually I give toiletries more money than I give household, but I'm going to be flipping it next month because I do feel like we're doing pretty well in toiletries and that household could use a little bit of a boost. So that's how we're handling that. Clothes is not being stuffed. It's not being stuffed for the rest of the month with well, this is the last stuffing of the month. We overspent just a little bit in our clothes category for the month of July. It will be getting stuffed with my Etsy and YouTube stuffing, which is going to be coming up next week because we do supplement now with my Etsy and YouTube income since I didn't have a job there for a little while. And so we supplemented some budget categories with my Etsy and YouTube income just to make sure that some of these things were being stuffed appropriately, even though I was not bringing in a steady planned income. But I think there's only like $2 or $3 in here right now. Finance coach is not being stuffed this week. These categories toward the back of our high priority sinking funds only get stuffed once a month because they just have small amounts that we're saving for. Actually HOA, none of these are being stuffed this week, so that works out. And then our emergency fund update is going to be coming at the end of September, I think. That's how we're doing that. So just like we did with our debt update when we were still paying off our consumer debt, which we did at the end of May. If you are new here, I will go ahead and link that video for you now. But now we're saving up for our emergency fund with pretty much the same level of intensity that we pay down our debt with. And so we'll be updating you guys on where we stand with our emergency fund at the end of September. And so that's going to do it for our high priority sinking funds. Now moving into low priority, which is a low light these days, but that's okay. Dine out is being skipped because we overspent from that one. Oh, do you know what? Okay, Mr. Simple probably still has this in his wallet because he and my son both got haircuts this past weekend as well. But I'll go ahead and stuff it the 15 that it's supposed to get and then yell at him for not replacing the money. But yeah, so that's what we've got in haircuts. Home decor is only stuffed with Etsy and YouTube income, so stay tuned for that one. That's going to be coming next week as well. Dates is getting $10 this week. And so now we've got 20 in here. We just went on our date to celebrate our debt payoff this month, and that was super, super fun. So now we're just going to be saving up for dates toward, I don't know, our anniversary is in September. But we are going to be celebrating milestones for our emergency fund as well. So maybe I'm not sure where we stand on our emergency fund right now, frankly. But maybe we'll blend the two of them or something and go out on a date once we reach our first threshold and to celebrate our anniversary. So we'll see. Anyways, next up is this is my husband's spending money. He's getting $10 this week. And now on his spending money, we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 75. I like how I said we've got. Like it's like I have any part of it. This is his spending money. Next up is my spending money. I'm getting $16 this week, and that was to compensate for a previous purchase where I had a deficit from one week to the next. So I just split up the deficit between the last two stuffings of July. Now in my spending, I've got 10, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Pretty Hair is up next. This funds my haircut. It's getting $8 today. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now in Pretty Hair, I've got 20, 30, 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, and 64. So getting there. My next haircut's not till September, and this is enough to pay for the haircut and to tip my hairdresser. Family Fun is getting $10 this week. Excuse me. Now in Family Fun, I've got 10, 15, 16, 17, and $18. Oop, there we go. House Project is another one that is only stuffed with side income at this point, so it is being skipped this week. And we still have not gone to actually get our screen doors. We're going to be doing that here soon as well, which we're very excited about. It was like one of those things we've been saving for so long. It's wild to think we're actually going to be able to get them now, so I'm excited. Plus, too, you know, we're coming to the end of Hellfire Hot Texas season. I mean, honestly and truly, summer lasts until November here, but I still feel like you get some more reasonably cool days in October than you ever do in any of the other hot summer months. So I'm hoping, we're going to cross all the fingers and toes, that we're going to be able to actually get some open screen doors in here by the time our weather cools down. So we'll actually be able to enjoy them, rather. Holiday Sinking Funds is up last today. We've got gifts up first, and it's getting $10. And now in gifts, we've got 50, 60, 70, 85. Partay is depleted, absolutely depleted. So we're just, like I mentioned to you before, I'm going to tell you how we're going to deal with the deficit that we are actually carrying over into August, which is something that we don't do typically. We don't like to carry a deficit from month to month. We like to stay in budget for the month. But we just weren't anticipating the amount of money that we were going to spend on my son's birthday party. So I did supplement it a little bit with my Etsy and YouTube pay, but we did still carry a deficit even with that. So I will show you guys in my budget with me, which is also coming this week for August, how we're going to handle the deficit in the month of August for Partay. Valentine's Day is being skipped. This one's only stuffed once a month. So is Easter, only stuffed once a month. We don't save a lot of money for those holidays, and so it takes very little from month to month, so we only stuff it once a month. Vacation is getting $10. There we go. And now in Vacation, we've got 10, 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and $41. And we also have money in the bank for this because our vacation is coming up very, very soon. Back to School is being skipped. This is another one where we overspent what we had planned, but this, we actually took care of the deficit this month. So we're not carrying a deficit into the next month, which is very, very nice. But we did spend everything that we had, and then we had to kind of compensate for it a little bit as well, but we took care of it. So not that big of a deal. Halloween is being skipped this week. This is another one that's only stuffed once a month, but Thanksgiving is getting $15. This one's usually stuffed about every other week because Thanksgiving costs a lot with all that food. So now on Thanksgiving, we've got 100, 200, 20, 30, 45, 46, and 47. So 247 in Thanksgiving. Ideally, I'd probably like to have somewhere around maybe 300 to 400. No, maybe not 400. Definitely 300 though. I feel like the meal is so expensive. So we do, I mean, obviously like our grocery budget will help toward Thanksgiving, but it's still one of those things where it's like you make so many extras that you want to make sure that you have enough money sitting there for it. Christmas is our last stuff of the day. It's getting $75 today. So 50, 75, And now in Christmas, we've got 50, 100, 20, 45, 55, 56, 57, and 158. We did just move some of our Christmas money into our high yield savings account. I think we've got like 1,700 in there now. So our goal for Christmas is in the $3,000 neighborhood. We don't do that much for each other or for our kids throughout the year. Christmas is like the big thing in our house. And so that's why we put so much money toward it. But it's definitely worth it. Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's my favorite holiday. I love celebrating it with my kids. And I love gift giving. So that's why we put aside so much for Christmas. But that's going to do it for us for today. We're not stuffing Pool. Pool gets stuffed twice a month, and it was stuffed in the last 2 stuffings. And I do not have any dollars left over for the dollar savings challenge, so we are skipping that as well. Like I mentioned, the schedule is going to be kind of wonky until we come back from vacation. I am going to be uploading my August budget with me. We're going to have my Etsy budget with me, my YouTube and Etsy cash stuffing for the month of July. Probably another regular cash stuffing in there, like the first cash stuffing for the month of August. But that's sort of what we're looking at for the next, like the rest of this week and into next week. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get everything uploaded, but it's definitely going to be uploaded for you guys. I'm still working on getting my new items listed in my shop just because my job interview on Monday kind of threw my schedule off. So, but all that stuff is still going to be coming to this shop as well. So stay tuned for that. And I do apologize that everything's kind of wonky, but once the kids are back in school too, I feel like life will just be able to resume as normal. I'll have a little bit more free time throughout the day because I don't like to devote like so much time to, like YouTube and Etsy when my kiddos are home. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. If you guys enjoyed today's video, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I will be back with you when I'm back with you. It may be tomorrow, it may be Thursday, who even knows. But I will see you guys when I see you. And until then, have a good one. Bye, everyone.